Hello, I'm Shelley Rothus, and I'm a different kind of victim. Today's topic, we're going to be discussing the word care. The definition of care is when we place importance on a person based on whether we find them valuable or not valuable in our life. So, the word care, that's the one definition. Well, there is more than one definition for the word care. Why is that? Well, culture, society, based on your role in somebody's life, is what determines how much that person will care about you. So, how does culture affect our levels of caring? Whether we're religious or not, or if we're, of a different culture from, based on race, it doesn't matter. Where you live affects how you believe in your opinions from way back when you're being raised. Even if your parents weren't religious or came from, they're from a different country, different culture, it doesn't matter. Like here in the United States, we place marriage and family up here. The rest go, eh, eh, eh. Of course, family is always up here for us. So, how is that negative? It's negative because look at my family. I had 3 abusers. I don't really have any family. So, because I lost them, I escaped them. Thank goodness. So, I base the definition of care of how it should be, which would be based on what I described as respect. Okay, so let's use my 3 abusers with respect and how I described that. The are they real or are they fake? It was fake. They didn't care about me. They were always up here while they threw me down there. That's fake. That's not real. Why should I care about people that are fake and don't care about me? Empathy. Were they empathetic towards me? No, they didn't give a crap about my feelings. They didn't care that they were hurting me. That's not being empathetic. S. Safe. Did I feel safe with them? No. They've gotten me falsely Baker acted, falsely arrested, falsely misdiagnosed, drugged on things I never needed since before I was an adult. Safe. Of course, in the mental health field, the clowns there at the magical fix-it-all field, there's where the problem is. They enabled it. They encouraged it. They made me believe that I was below my parents, because of course the parents are always up here above the child, you know. I mean, and of course they had to, their way of teaching me, and which they shouldn't have. They shouldn't have brought their beliefs and opinions into it, but they always do. Oh, it's family. But even though that child's getting abused, let's fix it. We can fix it, because family is so important. We got to save that. That child's getting abused. Who cares? But that's family, and those are their parents. They're always right. So yeah, they told me, just deal with it, keep them up there and you deal with it, even though they're treating you like crap. Horribly. Yeah, thanks a lot from the clowns at the magical fix-it-all field. P, personal integrity. The 3 of my abusers had absolutely no personal integrity because even if there's wrong what they're doing, they didn't give a crap. There's no personal integrity there. My dad watched me get abused right from the start, from my mom and mother, I should say. Yeah, what personal integrity? Before he became abusive and watched them abuse me, if he had any personal integrity, he would have stepped right in. But no, because also, the wife is always up there and the children are People say that they'll always put their children first. In my case, my dad and mother, always put them up there and everybody else below. The effort. Did they put any effort into caring about me? Absolutely not. They put effort into abusing me and treating me like crap. That's not caring. The C, communication. It was always for me out of the three of them. Whatever I said didn't matter. I was stupid. I had no value. I was just a burden. I was a no good scum to them. Just somebody they could toss around like a slave. T, trust. After everything I just said, with the word respect, trust all deals with everything like I said before that. So trust, should I trust them just because they're my family? Absolutely not. So, in our society, we do. I mean, you always hear the term blood is thicker than water. So, people place their, strangers down there, then there's friendships, then like say it's with with somebody you become in the relationship, intimate relationship, and then you get married. Then they're finally up here. So think about it. That person that you married used to be down here, here. So they weren't of much importance until they were up here. Just remember that. Same with family. Whether we want to admit it or not, especially those religious extremists. But you know what? We don't know that we were going to be here. It all depends on science and which sperm won that egg. It was a competition. There's only a chance that I would have been here. It could have been somebody else, depending on which sperm won. So even family, you start off basically as stranger until they made you. So another thing is, say we'll use an example. Say you had a friend that was drowning at the same time as a parent. Who are you going to save first? People always use examples as that, trying to prove that they, care. There's people that will say, oh, well, I would save both, because they're not going to admit that they're going to save that family member over, some stranger or friend, God forbid, But yeah, even say, I'll use an example of all three of my family members as for my abusers, as to who I would save. Say my dad, mother, and sister were drowning at the same time. Who am I going to save? I'm not going to save my mother or sister. I'm going to go after my dad. That's right. Even though he became abusive, he's the only one I have any good memories of before he became abusive. My mother and sister, I have absolutely no good memories of them because they abused me since I was a young child. So, now, I'll use another scenario. Say, I'll use my friend Mary. And my father, mother, and sister were drowning. Who am I going to save? I'm going to save my friend Mary. Yeah, she's a friend. But you know what? She actually follows the rule of respect and treats me with importance over them more, a lot more. So yeah, I'm going to save her because she's important in my life. So does that make me bad? In many people's eyes, they would say, you're going to save a friend over a family member? But you know what? She treats me more like what people say family should treat you. She treats me more in that way. Now, how can us putting the roles like that be a problem? And how does it affect friendship? The What's the value of friendship if we place them in different levels below those other levels? Okay, people always say, you know, this is where Chartism comes in. People saying, oh, I care. You know how many people say they care? Like, say somebody says, well, if somebody, my friend was, attempting suicide, I'll always be there for somebody, you know. And say they're at a family gathering, a regular one that happens weekly, and they're spending time with their family, and a friend calls, they're depressed, they're considering suicide. You know how many people would actually say, well, I'm with my family right now, so you're going to have to wait till I'm not with my family, as if their relationship with their family is going to, you know, be destroyed just because they take some time out and step away to talk to that friend that's suicidal or depressed. Yeah, you know how many people actually do that? You know, so many people say, "Oh, I'll definitely be there for you if, you do, something you need me." But then when that time comes, they're with their family. Uh-oh, y- you're down there. Oh my God. I mean, that's really sad, I really, that's where Chartism comes in. You would think by that person saying, I care and I'll always be there for somebody when they're in that situation. Yet when the time comes to that, it's a big shart. Chartism, like I discussed in the last partake. That's Chartism. So, care. Where should we place people in our life based on that word's meaning? Should be based on the word respect and how I described what those letters mean. That's where care should really be. Not based on religion, you know, honor your mother and father, blah, blah, blah. Or, blood is thicker than water. Or friends, come and go. Family is forever. All that BS. That's Chartism because that's not real. Real is how a person treats you, and that's where their importance should be based upon care. What's your thoughts on that? I'm Shelley Rothus. I'm a different kind of victim. See you next time.